Hello guys and welcome to Hakmen Traders. In this video I am going to be showing to you how to recognize a valid strategy. Now there are a lot of strategies out there in the stock market that some new traders and also old traders have discovered. So how to know that which strategy is valid and how to know that this strategy is applicable at this point. So in order to recognize those strategies, let's in order to recognize those strategies, what you will do is always take a look that whether that trader or that YouTube account that from which source you have learned those strategies or saw those strategies. See for yourself that this trader this trader is valid trader or not. Whether this trader what the trader shows that the strategy that he shows, is it valid or not. Always learn that strategy and apply it to your own trading style. If it applies to your style, if it verifies or if it shows a sign that this strategy is valid, then that's a great thing. Because there are a lot of strategies out there which shows that this strategy is not valid it it does not shows any result. So in that case what you will do is that always backtest a certain strategies to verify that this strategy is valid. So let's get started with the videos and I will show to you how what are my strategies regarding a certain stock. So at this point I've come up with I am applying a strategy right here. So at this in this point what will happen is that this stock would perform a move like this. This stock would perform a move like this. So in this case, if the stock went further up, sorry, I would do like this. If it performs a move like this and after this it moves up, so this is a valid strategy, because at this point you will enter this a great entry point. This is the confirmation point that it confirms that this is an entry point and this stock would go up. So it verifies that this is a great entry point and this strategy is valid. Now what will happen if it trades in this method, in this manner? What will happen if it trades in this manner? So in this case what you can do is that, like I've said in the previous video of mine, to know if a strategy is valid or not. This is also a great strategy, but if to know that whenever you're applying a certain strategy, I've explained to you guys in my previous videos that always have a plan B. Always by plan B I mean that always calculate your risk margin. How much risk are you willing to bear? So always have a plan that if this strategy goes wrong, well, there is no strategy that can be wrong, but all of the strategies that you apply always have a plan B. Always have a plan that if this strategy does not apply here, or this strategy goes against my assumption, then I will apply this strategy. Now in this case, sometimes what happens is that stock performs a move like this and moves further up. So in this case this is also a valid strategy that this is also a great entry point. Enter at this point and this stock would move upward. This is not a false strategy or something like that, but what you can do is always, whenever you're entering a certain strategy, always have a plan B. Always do your risk margin risk management properly. Now in this case this is not a strategy, but at this point you can apply a certain strategy by shorting your position. Now you can short your position at this point. You can see that let's say you've bought at this point. I'm just saying to you that on the assumption that this stock would go up from here, it reaches to this point and start to come decline in value. Now at this point this should be your stop loss and exit at this point. When this stock start to move downward, it will confirm its position and then it will continue its downward momentum. So at this point this you should short your position. Now this is a great this is a valid strategy as well, because you can see that it confirms its position and goes downward, and it applies fully to your trading style. So a strategy that applies to your trading style is valid. Now at certain places you will have to come up with certain strategy. Now you can see at this point this confirms its position, no sorry, reaches to the support level and start to move upward. Again at this point it resisted and the trend falls. So you will have to at each and every point in the stock market you will have to do your risk management properly, because uh, it is said by Warren Buffett that never lose money, and that there are two rules for trading in the stock market. Never lose rule number one is that never lose money, and rule number two, follow rule number one. So this is so did so you should keep in mind that you should never lose money and make more. So that is the main point, and you can see that this also a downtrend. So what if it broke this trend line, touch this and move upward? This is also a valid strategy. I'm not saying that I do not I do not have discovered these ideas by myself, but I've learned these from traders, from the traders, which applies, which knows that these strategies are valid. Now you can see that this is also a valid strategy if it applies to your trading. Now this is also a valid strategy. You can see that it moves upward. No, it won't move like this, it will perform a move like this. So this is also a great strategy. You can see a valid strategy that it applies to your trading. But what happens is that the stock market is unpredictable. Anything can happen at any time, so you'll have to be prepared for that reason. For by preparation I mean the risk management, allocating your asset, that is preparation. Now this is another stock, let's take a look at it as well thoroughly. This is also, sorry, support level. Let's mark it, support level. Now where to point? Let's point this as our resistance level. Let's point this area as our resistance level. Now it touched this trend line, enter at this point and wait for the stock to move in the upward direction. Now if it start to move in the upward direction, then you're going to make a profit, because this is a support and resistance level. This is a range bound market, this is a side trend. So enter at this point and move, and you will move along the trend just like this. So always wait for the stock, and if by waiting, it means by waiting I mean that you will have a firm strategy and a firm position, that a right position, and you can apply a right strategy at that time to enter the stock and move along the trend. So when you wait for the stock to move upward, or wait for the stock to show positiveness, to show a bullish market, then in that situation you can you will have a valid position, a right position, and a valid strategy. You will come up with a valid strategy at that point. So it's all about waiting and applying a certain strategy. Well, all of the strategies out there, most of the strategies out there are valid and applies fully, but there is no such strategy that I would say is wrong or invalid. It all depends upon whether the how the stock market is performing. As the stock market is unpredictable, sorry, as the stock market is unpredictable, so in that case you should have a firm strategy of risk management and asset allocation. So for that reason, watch my other videos as well. And that's it for today. Hope you guys are enjoying my videos and want to learn more about the stock market. All I need you is to support my channel by hitting that subscribe button and comment down below, as your feedback is valuable for me. Goodbye.